All right, and we're back. Apologies about that, ladies and gentlemen. As I like to say, technical things will always be technical. But we're back and we're live streaming right here on DTTV. My name is Tamsanga Sibanze, also known as the KrTC of HipHop, the host of this here sit down where we have artist to artist conversation. If you're joining us, welcome, and please let us know. Just let us know, or you're somewhere else out there in the world. Please let us know who you are and where you are from, and feel free to drop any questions, comments, queries. We're having a conversation with Big Brother Bholoja. So for the interest of those maybe who are only now joining us, we'll run it back a little bit. The conversation that we had already started revolves around what is going on in Bholoja's world right now, especially the fact that we are smack bam in the middle of a global crisis that has thrown a lot of things off track. So Bholoja.
Change
Sure.
in my life and everyone else's life.
Yeah.
Very drastic change.
Yeah.
I'm working with UNICEF, World Vision, and World Health Organization as well.
All right.
I've seen my space of sending a message of COVID-19,
Okay.
the right way,
Yes.
to the young ones.
Yes.
By
Yes.
using puppets. That's what I'm actually doing, using
Okay.
The Takalani method in SA.
Yeah, of course. Because you have to talk
yeah.
to them in a way that they will also understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm busy with that now, and it's coming all right.
Okay. No, great stuff. That's amazing to know. And then obviously also you are still progressing in the Swazi Soul series. You gave us Swazi Soul 1, which was like an amazing offering,
Yes.
then the follow-up.
Yes.
And then now I understand you're actually working on Swazi Soul 3.
Yes, I'm working on Swazi Soul 3.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting project, I must say.
Okay.
Because I'm taking my time.
Of course.
I'm taking my time because at least Swazi Soul 2 is there for my fans.
Okay.
To chew upon around that. It's a very beautiful project as well. But the way I'm treating Swazi Soul 3 is like, okay, I know exactly what you are looking for.
All right.
And I'm just watching every step that I take in terms of giving something that will be of a good standard.
All right.
And also mature as well. Because it's the maturity is through the experiences as well that I've gone through, in terms of delivery or conveying putting the message across.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I've met a lot of different musicians that have
Okay.
inspired me. So I'm learning and consulting with them, and getting advices because if you want to learn and want to grow. You must always have that room of like,
Sure.
I don't know anything. Can you please, advise me in one or two? So it's a very great album, and it's gonna have a feel of like I've collaborated with opera singers.
Oh wow! Wow. Okay. Okay.
From home, Kingdom of Eswatini.
All right.
Then also I've tried to touch, there and there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The different sounds.
Different sounds.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't pin myself really down. Like it's okay. I'm doing Swazi Soul 3, but also I'm busy with other gospel project as well, which is called Swati Soul Gospel 1.
Oh wow! Okay.
Also, I'm recording a very good, beautiful project. That's also, I think, I have all the time,
Yes.
all the time
Absolutely.
to focus.
This is the time to do all
yeah,
of that.
it's a very good project as well, and
Yeah.
I'm working with great musicians as well. So yeah, in due time they'll be revealed.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a good project.
Man, that's so inspiring. That's amazing to know. Thank you very much for sharing that with us, brother. Welcome, Mlungisi Milji. I see that you've joined us. You're with us, and we appreciate the fact that you always log on and tune in whenever DTV is on. Martin MK, the #1 brother who's just like always here with us, And then I see you. Is it Shafi Vinyo Mieni? Thank you very much for tuning in. We're also this evening joined by Sanziso Sands Matsebula, who says he's looking forward to Swazi Soul 3. And that's amazing. That's inspiring to know that other artists are actually in support of this. Now, Bholoja, it's important as an artist to believe in yourself and in your own talent, first and foremost. It's very important for you to believe in yourself and your own talent. But I want to know from you, how has it helped you to grow as an artist, to have people who have believed in your talent? And we have seen you work with the late, great Mike Temple, may his soul rest in peace. And he has been one of the people who we saw in the background, pushing you and helping you grow. How important was it for you to have somebody like that believe in your talent, especially when you were still starting out to where you are right now?
Yeah. There's one thing you must understand as a musician, is that you're more like a vessel.
All right.
You're a messenger.
Okay.
I always say that, art most of the time is a calling.
All right, yes.
Especially if you're a musician. I'll talk about it because I'm in the field.
Yeah.
It's not about us. It's about the people. It's about the people. So
all right.
We address their issues. We make them happy. We bring joy to them. That's why I always encourage to bring songs that will make people happy. Right now, we're dancing to a piano. It's a good thing, and I'm also there as well, But at the end of the day, let us bring peace, to the world, to our people. Let us bring motivation.
Yeah.
Let us bring a hope to people's lives. So that's, they are our fans are. They are the priority.
Of course.
And we, as artists, we come, after them.
All right.
So they come first. So it's what happens then if you see those kind of people supporting you.
Yeah.
It's very inspiring. It's very
Yeah.
It gives you hope as well that what you're doing is right. It encourages you all the time, to continue to do the right things. But then what people forget is that also we are human beings, As much as we are tasked, to do this, as much as it is our calling, but also we are human beings just like them.
Yeah.
We make mistakes, but we shouldn't dwell on them.
Yeah.
But having them on board, believing in us, it takes one word to change, or rather a sentence to change one's life.
Okay.
One's life. So, for instance, sometimes I'm not in an even space, but one person can come and say, "Hey, man, what you did, that song changed my life."
Yeah.
Just that alone, it encourages me, to continue to do the right thing, because we play a very, very important role, just like they are playing an important role in our lives. So it's a chainy thing that we're doing. So for me,
all right.
it encourages me, man, to do the right thing as well.
No, great stuff. We thank you guys that are supporting, the people that are in the background, the people that the team that puts itself around an artist or around a talent or a gift and helps us to grow and elevate. We appreciate you very much. And like Bholoja is saying, it encourages us, it keeps us strong, and it keeps us going. All right. Pindoguhles Tole, thank you very much once again for joining us even this evening. He's saying he's inspired, so we must keep going. But of course, we are inspired by you joining us. And that
I love you, my brother.
Yeah.
You've inspired me a lot as well.
Yeah.
Great work, and may God bless your works too.
Oh man, this is beautiful. From one brother to another. Beautiful stuff. Speaking of that, Bholoja, you just came out to sing. When I bought and you just wanted to sing. Somewhere along the line in your journey as a musician or as an artist, you found yourself as a leader or in the forefront of the movement, Yema Artist Kangwan. And that put you in a position where you were now sort of like the pioneer. You were the guy that we were looking forward to. You were the guy who was performing in all the major festivals in Africa and abroad. You were the guy who was, you recorded your album in France and you were working with some of the greats in terms of producers and engineers. How was that experience for you, one? And then two, how did you feel about having to handle the responsibility of now being the big brother or the guy that we as artists were looking forward to?
Yes. Thank you if you are saying that. Yeah. However, I'm seeing you as a big artist as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm seeing in sense as a big artist, you know, a lot of us. But now that you've directed the question to me, it's about being honest, you know, to yourself.
Yeah.
I'm a very big dreamer.
Okay.
And I fight so hard. But now you must do smart as well. You do smart.
Fight hard and fight smart. Yes.
Yeah. So one thing that I know my value. There's no doubt about it. God cannot make a mistake to place what He placed in me.
Yeah.
So no matter what challenges I can face, but I know that if you have God with you, you always prevail. So I've never taken myself less because I know that for me being where I am and for me going where I see and where it's about fulfilling God's purpose. You know, about the talent that He planted in me. Yeah. Whatever, because I'm human as well and I face challenges, but I get my strength from God.
All right.
And also, it's about, you know, being true to yourself. For me, it's not a problem. I always try to live honestly. Okay. For mistakes. It doesn't mean to me if I'm in this kind of platform, then I don't deserve to be, or I cannot take a taxi to town to buy bread. Okay. I try to be honest as much as I can. Okay. I try to live because I don't want to complicate my life. I live honest life. If you see me, right, or if you see me by any chance in the world or in France or where, I don't want you to interpret me wrong and say, I know, but Bholoja, I want you to get the same Bholoja that you see. I'm just that, but what I understand most is that I'm in the field because God sent me and I'm just walking that way, you know, ignoring negative energies, not entertaining them at all. Because that's why for me, it doesn't matter whether I win or I don't win summers, whether I win a Grammy or don't win a Grammy, because I understand that my calling is to empower people. My calling is to fulfill God's purpose through what He gave me. So it's just that. And I try, like I said, I try to live honestly. But the background that I'm thankful of my parents because yeah, Sunday school angizange ngigeje, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the reinforcement that I got from home lives within me.
All right.
It lives in me. So, man, it's a matter of like, this is me, you know, and I'm just living my life and understanding myself fully. So, yeah,
Yeah,
but I
it's
try
up to
to
them.
do my part as well. Yeah, so yeah, it's about that, man. Yeah.
Oh man, this is amazing. This is amazing to actually hear somebody who is where you are, who has been where you have been, and who is going where you're going. To actually hear you say that in terms of just be true to yourself and don't complicate your life. Just be as simple as you possibly can be. This is so amazing. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are watching from. Bholoja is going to be performing for us in a couple of minutes. As you can see, he's locked and loaded and ready to go. Shout out once again to Daniel Toro in the background, and of course Lunga, who are doing the production for us right this evening. I can see my brother Kulegani Kadi B Mamba, who's joined us. BZ, I see you too, my sister. Thank you very much for tuning in. Zweli Shongwe, thank you. Grace Promise Mendez, Simpiwe Simbi, thank you guys very much for tuning in. Tubelihle Luhlanga, and of course, Flame Boy Universe, who is here with us right this evening. Tubelihle says, thanks for hosting this interview for us. I'm a huge fan of Bholoja. Thanks so much for your music, which I appreciate even more being away from home. Grace, or Grasa Promise Mendez, it's a good thing that you always put God first in everything that you do. Thumbs up. And like you have said, this has come from the fact that growing up, you were made to always remember to put God first.
That's key.
Sunday school wise.
Yeah, it's compulsory subject.
Yes. Simpiwe Simbi says Bholoja is a legend. Yo, fire flame emoji. Sanziso has got a question. He says, what is your biggest fear as an artist in this industry?
To be honest, Sans, my brother, I don't have any fear.
Okay.
When it comes to this industry, because it's not by default that I'm here.
Okay.
And I'm not saying they're not challenges.
Sure.
I've always had the chance of like going back to professional career that I did, because maybe there's I don't get bookings.
Okay.
But it's always different if it's a calling, because a calling you don't have an option. It's about you have to fulfill logo lobitelwe kona.
Yes.
Even if you have kids to support at home.
Yeah.
Like me, I've got God has blessed me with a crash school, which I have to look after.
Yes.
Sometimes it's a challenge, but the fear is not there.
Okay.
Because when I took this decision, I didn't take it alone. I took the decision understanding that this God has called me. Hence, that's why I worked for 2 days and then left.
Okay.
Because I couldn't, because I have to fulfill the purpose le khona. Even I'm learning every day, why am I in this industry?
Yeah.
Because at first, I just had like, you know what, it's like I'm being called to music.
All right.
But then, why? Because I love music, yes. But why? Now I've started to be very focused on gospel.
Okay.
So uNkulunkulu uyambulela lokuthi I've called you to win my people, and I'm not ashamed and afraid of saying that. And by saying that, I'm not also saying that I'm perfect in whatever. I'm just like I said, but I'm understanding my calling. Ukuthi uNkulunkulu ongibiteleni, you know, in this field. That's why I've touched. Give me. It's not about
and pertinent question, and I think Bholoja has been very brave in taking it there to say, look, at the end of the day, when you know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, when you know that you are where you're supposed to be, there's no need to fear. Like he said, Doesn't mean that there won't be any challenges, but just keep soldiering on, keep doing what you're doing. Zweli Shongwe says, Mr. Bholoja is true definition not only for himself, but as a Eswatini ambassador of music. And then Kulegane Kalipi Mamba, when we're talking about people who are in the background, behind the scenes in the industry, doing some great and amazing things, this is one brother who has carried a lot of artists, myself included, just in terms of encouragement, in terms of overwhelming support. So we appreciate you very much, Nvulini. Just thought let me just plug that in there right now. He's got a question, or it's a comment and a question in there as well. He said, what has been the most amazing experience in your musical journey? And then 2, the local music scene has seen tremendous growth in the last couple of years, with lots of emerging talent taking center stage. On the list of young stars that have come up, who would you consider to be the best thing to happen to the local music scene, and why? I don't know if you've been paying attention. We obviously have events like the MTN Spotlight, where there's now just like this new wave of artists that are coming up.
Yeah.
From that group of artists, who have you seen that you feel has that thing, or reminds you of you when you were still growing up?
Can I just generalize?
Yeah.
I understand. Let's start with answering number 2, right?
Okay, yeah, okay. Go for it. Yeah.
Kali, uncle, yeah. So I'm not alone.
Yeah,
The uncle, the industry.
He's everyone's uncle. Yes.
Yes. Angela, can I please generalize your question and try to appreciate every young artist that is there? Can I please generalize it and not be like emaswati asebendile kakhulu?
Okay.
Because every day there's like this new talent.
Yeah.
Wow. Can I just appreciate all of those artists? Equally.
Yeah.
And they've done a lot in achieving, where they've been. And also appreciate guys like you, KrTC,
guys like me,
Velemseni, Flow,
sure. Mosaic the
producer,
yeah.
Nomalungelo, Sands, we've just talked to you now. Please, guys, I may not remember everyone. Boziawa, all of those guys.
Yeah.
Namasina ethu bomshikishi,
of course.
Soul Friends.
Yes,
of course,
yes,
step by step and so forth. All of you guys, I may not mention you now, but for playing a vital role. Because it's about the works that we've done, all of us together, that have seen and make it an easy journey for the artists that are here now.
Sure.
And please let us not try to sabotage them. Let us rather encourage them and also be able to share, to them. How can they take a step further? Because the world is wide. The world is wide, is waiting for artists from the kingdom of Eswatini. All of us, imagine the population, just plus 1 million. But still, if every one of us here in the country would turn to be an artist, we'll still not fulfill the world. So let us take the work to the world. Let us not focus in the country, but let us craft something that will be appreciated internationally and uplift level against thuthukise emaswati netimpilo tethu in general. Then also to answer question number 1.
What has been the most amazing experience for you as an artist? Was it the first time you bought your first guitar? Was it the first time you jumped on stage at a big stage like Bushfire? Was it the first time you jumped on a plane? Because for me personally, I can even say, I can just jump in and just say, it has been amazing to grow up. Even Ekaya, Bangani, everyone.
Let's say the Makontam.
You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, says, has taken us to places that other people still wish to go to.
Yeah.
So what has been Bholoja's most amazing experience as an artist?
The power of believing in yourself.
All right.
The power of not doubting God,
Okay.
what God has placed in you.
Okay.
Because personally, I've never went to school. But believing in yourself can shake the world.
Ooh.
So my biggest
All right.
experience was when the ex-president Barack Obama wrote a letter to Bholoja and say, I appreciate your work, I love your work. And then he signed it and sent me his family photo. That has been a major because if you believe in yourself, you can shake the world. Still today, even when I fall down, I look back and say, no, it's just temporary.
Yeah.
The world awaits me. This is just a challenge that is reinforcing me. If I believe in myself, if you believe in yourself, you can move the world. You can shake the world. You can change the world because you believe in yourself. And if believing doesn't mean that you have to be educated. It simply means that what you have is not a mistake. It's planted by God in you. So uthi nkulunkulu nganyelanga kuMoses asasangene nakakhipha abantwana baka-Israel.
All right. Preach.
Uthi labantu sebangithuka lapha ukhala uNkulunkulu. And then God reminded him, wathi uphetheni esandleni sakho and athi ke Moses ngiphethe induku asebenzisa yona. Sometimes we forget ngisibuke ema-challenge laseceleni uthi uNkulunkulu eBholoja buka leli guitar lakho, everything will come via the guitar. If it's business, it will come via the guitar. If it's you're touring, if it's anything,
food on your table, clothes on your back,
you know, it will come via the guitar because what is in you is not a mistake. I planted in you because I'm a God of no mistake. So you have to understand that first. It's not because I want to be famous or ngibone bani. You can learn from them, but understand why are you in the field and what you have is special gift from God. Don't doubt it. No matter what, it will take you places.
Hey, man. I mean, see, Kali, what you have done. You took him there. You took him there. And Pize, I hope this actually answers your question as well. She was asking, as a writer, how do you channel your emotions to tell the stories of the people? And I think that last response covered just about everything in terms of belief in yourself, belief in your gift, belief in your talent, and understand that you are one, born in the right place, and you're born at the right time. Nosipo Sama Kumalo says, Swazi Pride, fire flame emoji. Fisue Vilane, thank you very much for joining us. Gary Martin Doba says, the living legend, Bholoja. You better recognize. Pize comes back and says, purpose over everything. What is your why? What is your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? Brian Kadengu, thank you very much for tuning in, brother. This is a brother of mine who actually also is amazing with the guitar. He's all the way from Zimbabwe. I've had the privilege of working with him on a couple of tracks. We've done so many collaborations. Martin MK says, shout out Kulegani Bapelele Mamba. He's a great man to work with. Came through with the vibes at the last Pop Sunday. Of course, he is that guy. Nobile Mtimanza says, love your music. One can just get lost in it and come out to a refreshing breeze. Keep waving the Swazi flag. Oriva Moz says, wow. Exclamation mark, and another one. And then Martin Doba says, question, do you think you receive as much support locally or regionally, internationally? What are the reasons for your answer? Where do you feel like you get the most support and why? Yes.
Back then, I used to say, I don't have a support locally.
Right.
But as you grow up, you then understand that also the level of arts in the country, it's growing.
Yes.
It's been a baby. It's like it existed around 10%.
Yeah.
So things cannot happen just because you happen to boom, to pop up. So it's a journey. We're still establishing, and hulumende wethu sibambisene, siyasebenza naye, because we are growing up together. And you must understand, that's why I'm saying, as much as you are in the country, the Kingdom of Eswatini, you must understand that you are destined, for the world.
All right.
And it's a journey to get there. You will get where you're supposed to be, but you have to also be prepared to walk this journey and understand that things doesn't happen in one day.
Yeah.
But if you are destined for greatness, you will definitely get there.
Yeah.
And you cannot have the power to convince people to believe, instantly in you.
Yeah.
But they will grow. Give them a chance to understand you. Locally, eMaswati angisupportile kakhulu.
Okay.
eMaswati angisupportile kakhulu. What we are working on now, it's industry yethu, government. We're placing things in order, so that one day we can say, oh, okay, now the puzzle is completed, and it works for everyone. It doesn't take one day, but as long as hulumende wethu abambisana nathi, kungilokuhle, hulumende wethu uyaresponda. But it's not about the art industry alone as well. So that's why kuqhubeka nje nalo indlela leyo. I would be lying if I say we're not supported, but I would love to encourage Swazi government to pick up the pace. Because ema artists agemi and nongabuka sesigcwala kokana. So the level of doing things, we don't have the room of like walking like a chameleon. We have to walk fast and do things fast. Because otherwise we'll have a lot of artists not employed. So where the structure should be on board as soon as it can be.
Absolutely. Martin Doba, I hope that answers your question. It's definitely getting a lot of support internationally, but also locally. There has definitely been a lot of improvement and growth in that space. Nsegelelo Dlamini says, I love you, man. You are the best, Bholoja. I'm happy that you keep on pushing and you're becoming much better each and every time I listen to your music. I like the fact that you are you. You are just yourself. Keep on doing a good job, my man. Through Vilagazi, I believe he's all the way from Durban, South Africa, says the legendary Bholoja. And then Pumlani Matse says Bholoja is simply the best. Ladies and gentlemen, we are at that time of the evening where we will allow the man to let the music do the talking. Now, Bholoja, last comment before we allow you to get to your guitar is, a lot of artists were disappointed, of course. One of the biggest hits of the COVID-19 pandemic for 2020 was that Bushfire was postponed. But then Bushfire again, ngoba uhlakaniphi. Uthi mawutsivala la. Mvula le. Exactly.
The fire keeps burning.
The fire keeps burning. So even though we will not have the gathering that we normally have at Mahlanya as we have known and loved it, but we will still have a MTN Bushfire live stream experience, which I believe word on the street is you're going to be a part of. So on Saturday the 30th of May 2020, ladies and gentlemen, just follow what's going on in the social media streets, but we will have the MTN Bushfire 2020, and it's going to be a live stream experience, and my big brother Bholoja is going to be there doing his thing thizzle. But for now, sit back, relax, turn up the volume, everybody stream, put your hands together, show your love, and welcome Bholoja.
Umhlaba ulukhuningwa lugagathu akuhlakuleki emasimini umhlaba womengwa lugathule akuhlakuleki emasimini umntwana khaleka uyalila uthi baphi batali abe umntwana khaleka uyalila uthi baphi batali abe uthi babe nama ake ikuphi sonke uthi babe nama ake ikuphi sonke thula mntanami ungakhali thula mntanami konke kuyendlula akukhulu kungapheli lapha emhlabeni qiniselo mo akulahlambeleko akufelo qiniselo
Man, goosebumps all around. If you're watching this, it feels just as real in here as you're hearing it from wherever you're streaming it. This man is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary, the great Bholoja. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Back to the comments, DT, real quick. This is so very touching. Bholoja is so talented. Well answered. Big ups to you. And Nsigelelo Dlamini says, you must start grooming young talent. That's probably something that's going to happen in the long run. But for now, let's get back to the music.
angibeke lapha ungisusa lapha angibekelena ungithatha lapha angibeke lapha ungisusa lapha angibekelena from zero to hero from Hiroshima to glory from zero to hero from Hiroshima to glory to glory to glory to glory. Noma bangakubukela phasi noma bakhomba ngemino bathi lona sitake simbone tabeka lena noma bangakubukela phasi noma bakhomba ngemino bathi lona sitake simbone tabeka lena takuthatha lapha abeke akususe lapha abekelena ungithatha lapha angibeke lapha ungisusa lapha angibekelena from zero to hero from Hiroshima to glory from zero to hero from Hiroshima to glory. He will lift you up. God will lift you up. He will transform your life. God is gonna bless you. He will lift you higher. He will lift you higher and higher. God is gonna bless your life, change your life. He will bless your life, bless your life, bless your life, and you will. Rejoice his name. Yeah.
Woo. Spare and Shobi, this has just made your night. They're saying this is the absolute favorite song, Zero to Hero. Man, this is beautiful. This is beautiful, brother. Thank you so much. First of all, for daring and for being brave enough to follow your passion, to follow your calling, because as you can see from the comments and as you can hear the way people are talking about you and your music, you are definitely doing what God sent you here to do. You know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yes, appreciate
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And Martin Dober says, I'm sure the late, great Oliver Mduguzi would salute you.
I miss Oliver.
We all do, brother. We all do. We all
Thanks,
do.
brother.
Yeah.
That's uplifting, yeah.
And I think the most important thing, especially for us as artists, is just don't stop what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks.
Never put the guitar down.
You keep it up as well.
You sing from hero to zero. So many childhood memories come back. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep the music going.
Keep the music going.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, ooh, ah, yeah, yeah. Ngibonela abantu abami lababona nangibuya ngibonela salukati samiri China lasibona nangibuya ngibonela likhehla lamandende lalibona nangibuya ngoba lo msebenzi lona lengiwendako awufuni ngihlale ndzawonye lo msebenzi lona lengikiwo awufuni ngihlale phasi lo msebenzi lona lengikiwo ngithunyiwe emhlaba wonke Bongonela abantu abami ababona nangibuya bongonela salukati samiri China asibona ngibuya bongonela likhehla lamandende lalibona nangibuya ngoba lo msebenzi lona lengiwendako awufuni ngihlale ndzawonye lo msebenzi lona lengikiwo ngithunyiwe emhlaba wonke lo msebenzi lona lengikiwo sebentela abantu abami umsebenzi lona lengikiwo imelela kithi life yeah 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 oh mane yeah mane oh mane Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, man. This is such an honor and a privilege to be able to sit right here next to this man and listen to him do this. Like I said, it's just as electrifying here in the studio as it is for you sitting on the other side, watching and listening at home. Thank you very much for tuning in on this beautiful, beautiful Thursday evening. We're coming at you live from Bap City, the Cap City in the beautiful kingdom of Eswatini. From wherever in the world or in the country that you are tuning in from, we appreciate you and thank you very much. Bholoja.
Yeah, brother.
Thank you. Thank you for taking time out, and share with us, one, your wisdom, and then share with us, two, your music. Nangsiwe makama uti wankumbuta ekaya. The music has just reminded her of home. So thank you. Thank you for not putting the guitar down and for using this wonderful gift of music that you have.
Thanks to you. Thanks to everyone. Thanks for the support. And may God bless you, man. May God bless you. I know also you're destined for greatness.
Yes, sir.
You're walking your journey.
Yes, sir.
You're writing your own story every day.
That's right.
May God bless you and protect you on that.
No,
and everyone else, thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. And right back at you. Blessings to you. And we wish you nothing but the best. We want to see you fly as high as you possibly can and then even fly even further. Shout out to Prime Digital, Evolve Studios, and DT Photography for putting this whole thing together. And of course, I have been your host, the KrTC of HipHop. Thank you to Daniel Toro in the background, making sure the visuals are looking fresh and clean, and Lunga making sure the sound is crisp coming at you. Thank you for tuning in. And as we do right here on DTTV, when we shout out, we want to invite the team from behind the scenes to come to the front of the camera so that people know who's who doing what. Thank you. Yeah. We appreciate you. See you next Tuesday. And Bholoja, maybe you can just play us out with some background music as we sign out. Yebo mzala. Yebo mzala. Yebo gogo. Yebo mzala. Yebo gogo. Itada. Yeah. Daniel Toro, Lunga, KrTC of HipHop, and our guest.
Bring your fire to the first virtual MTN Bushfire Festival. Join us a variety of virtual stages and themed festival rooms. Listen to a diverse selection of international artists and Pan-African DJs. Set up the kids in the Kids Zone. Connect with friends. Join a discussion about arts activism, or simply dance like no one is watching. Bring your fire by taking part and donating to this worthy cause. Let's keep the fire burning by coming together while staying at home. Visit bush-fire.com and register for free access now.
A tragedy that reveals his purpose. In a world at odds with his way of life. They say there is no place like home. But for Mandla Manyatsi, home is where his worst nightmare comes to life. The inheritance that divides brothers and threatens a legacy. The family secret that seeks to end a marriage.
Just tell me the truth, man. As your wife, I deserve that at least.
This season, the forsaken son of a chief returns home on a personal quest that challenges him to confront